Hey guys, it's the Horror Man, and it's time. So as you can tell by now, it's time to begin my second challenge, as promised. I really enjoyed doing the first challenge last month, and I got a lot of positive feedback from you guys, so hopefully I can have the same people participate this time around, as well as some new faces. So those of you who are new to my channel, or just new to my challenges, it's very simple. I'll go over a brief description of what I'm looking for. This challenge, like my last challenge, will run for 7 days. I'll post a video early each morning, giving you guys the theme of the day, as well as an example of what I'm looking for. I'll try to post the videos as close to midnight each day to give you guys a full 24 hours to post video responses. In those video responses, you don't have to go crazy in depth. All I'm looking for are scene-specific examples that fit the theme of the day. Also, keep in mind, like the last challenge, you can include scenes not only from movies, but from TV series as well. So it is officially Day 1 of the Horror Man's Challenge Part 2. In the first challenge, the Day 1 theme was decapitations, head explosions. So I thought I would do something somewhat similar for this challenge. So the Day 1 theme this time is lost limbs. Now when I say lost limbs, of course I'm talking about arms or legs. But you can also feel free to expand on that as well. You can talk about lost hands, feet, fingers, toes, anything like that. So basically what I'm looking for are scenes featuring people, getting their arms ripped off, their legs ripped off, their hands cut off, their fingers cut off, anything like that. Their whole body can explode and their arms and legs are, thrown in a different direction. But just try to stray away from, decapitations and head explosions, since we already talked about that in the first challenge. Again, those of you new to my challenge, I'm looking for scene-specific examples. So I'm not just looking for movies or TV shows that feature somebody with lost limbs, but I'm just talking about a specific scene from that movie or TV show. So just, you can show the movie or the TV show box set and just kind of talk about one specific scene, that really stands out to you, that has something to do with the theme of the day. A lot of you guys probably already know where I'm going with my Day 1 pick, especially you, Chris. And here it is, Boxing Helena. Had to do it. It's perfect for this topic, and it was definitely the first one that came to mind. The specific scene I want to talk about is when it's first revealed to the audience that Nick has not only amputated Helena's legs, but her arms as well. It's just a pretty bizarre scene, especially for a movie that's not even a horror film. For those of you who haven't seen the film, it focuses around a brilliant surgeon named Nick Cavanaugh, played by Julian Sands, who's obsessed with Helena, played by Sherilyn Fenn. They had a one-night stand a while back, and ever since, he cannot stop thinking about Helena, and he's absolutely obsessed with her. He even climbs a tree and watches her outside her window. When Nick's mother passes away, she leaves him a mansion, so Nick decides to throw a party and invite Helena. However, Helena wants nothing to do with Nick, even though she agrees to attend. She ends up leaving with somebody else and forgets her purse, and calls Nick the next morning saying she wants her purse back. Nick uses this opportunity to invite Helena over for lunch, and even though she doesn't want to come, she decides to in order to get the purse back. When Helena arrives for lunch, she realizes it was all a setup by Nick just to get her back to the house, and she storms out. She's hit by a car in the middle of the road, and Nick sees this as another opportunity to get closer to Helena. Being a surgeon, Nick amputates Helena's legs himself, hoping that Helena will feel helpless and need Nick's care. When Helena wakes up and finds that her legs have been cut off, it's obvious that Nick's plan did not work, and she hates him more than ever. She does not feel helpless and does not think that she needs him, and she even fights back with Nick. So to prove her wrong, Nick takes it one step farther and decides to amputate her arms as well. So that brings us to the scene that I mentioned earlier. It's a pretty crazy scene. I mean, it's crazy enough to see her wake up without any legs, and you're kind of like, wow, what is going on? But then just moments later, just scenes later, you see her sitting in this wheelchair, this beautiful woman with no arms, no legs, and she's just absolutely helpless, stuck in this mansion where nobody knows she is, with this guy who's absolutely obsessed with her. It's a pretty crazy dynamic and a very unique film, and for those of you who haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. The DVD is out of print and very rare, but if there is a way you can see this movie, please check it out. So that's my choice for Day 1, Lost Limbs, the scene where it's revealed that Helena has both her arms and both her legs amputated by Nick. Crazy scene in a very bizarre movie, but still one of my favorites. So guys, please post your video responses. Just like the last challenge, as I said before, you don't have to go crazy into depth as I just went with that movie, but just explain the scene that you're talking about a little bit. And I hope you guys enjoy this challenge as much as the first one. Thanks, guys.